Bring it in, pimps and players. It's Bro Fresco here, and today we've got a new champion. And I'm just gonna say straight up, I've seen enough hentai to know where this entire damn champion is going. This new champion is Illaoi, the Kraken Priestess. Yes, it's a female, and she is an absolute babe with tentacles to increase your pleasurable experience. Illaoi is a new champion for the top lane. It is a female, and she's got massive ghost tentacles that spawn out of the ground. Now let's take a look at her abilities, and keep it in your pants, boys. Keep it in your pants, okay? First off, we have the passive, Prophet of an Elder God. Illaoi periodically spawns a tentacle on a nearby wall. Tentacles interact with Illoi's abilities and last until killed or left dormant a full minute. So your passive makes tentacles form on walls. These are ghost tentacles. They can be killed, but if they're not killed, they last for a minute. Cool. Cool, just tentacles everywhere. Only on walls though, interesting. Alright, now let's get into the good abilities. Q is Tentacle Smash, and it has a passive and an active. Double whammy. Okay, the passive is tentacles that hit enemy champions, heal Illaoi for a small portion of missing health. That's the passive. Every time your tentacle hits an enemy, it heals you. The tentacle goes phew, grabs the life out of them, and gives it to you. The tentacle is literally sucking the life out of them. That's scary. But the active, the Q active, is Illaoi summons a tentacle that slams down in one target direction, damaging all enemies struck. So a bit of a little skill shot there. What it reminds me of is Na's rectangle skill shot, because it literally looks like a rectangle. So just a nice damaging skill shot ability with a pretty big cast time though. The W is Harsh Lesson, because trust me, you screw up around Illaoi, she's gonna teach you a harsh lesson, and not in the good way. With the tentacles. So instead of attacking normally, Illaoi charges in for her next basic attack, dealing bonus physical damage before commanding all nearby tentacles to swing at a target. You press W, your basic attack charges up, then you run at somebody, slam their face, and then your tentacles slam down on top of them, just like just like the wrestling. X Degeneration X. So that's pretty much, the tentacles are Degeneration X. Yeah, that looks like an awesome ability. Small range, it is melee range, so obviously the tentacles have a big range, but if you can't get into melee range with the W, then you can't get the tentacles. So she's a melee fighter, you know. Another Juggernaut. Just what we needed. Is a test of spirit, and it's going to be a test of spirit for you to understand this, because this is long. I have a paragraph of ability information to read here. Illaoi casts a spell that sends tendrils out in a target direction. If the tendrils connect with an enemy champion, they grasp the champion's spirit and tear it back to Illaoi. She sends out the tentacles. If they hit an enemy champion, they bring the spirit back. So let's see. She cast it out on TF. She hits TF with the skill shot, and she brings TF's spirit back to her into her melee range, because she is a melee range fighter. And then every bit of damage she does to that spirit, she does it to the champion that she took the spirit from. You should probably just watch the video. I can't really explain this. Okay. And then, when spirits are attacked by the Kraken Priestess, Illaoi, or her allies, it transmits a portion of its suffering to the now spiritless champion. If Illaoi and her allies are able to destroy the spirit, if you KO that spirit, or if the spiritless champion flees too far away, out of the range, okay, as you saw, TF runs out of the range, okay, they suffer a heavy slow as they become a vessel. This is just bullshit now. They suffer a heavy slow as they become a vessel, and they start spawning tentacles around them that attack both their hosts and their allies. Test of Spirit allows tentacles to occasionally swing at spirits and vessels, dealing physical damage to all enemies here. Oh my god, we just need to watch this one more time. Okay, you have a skill shot. It's a long range. If you hit an enemy champion, you bring their spirit in. Then you can attack it, your tentacles can attack it, and your allies can attack it. Then you deal a lot of damage to the enemy, okay? If the enemy runs away out of range, as long as you're still attacking that spirit, they get a massive slow. And then a bunch of tentacles kind of spawn around them. So I guess then Illaoi has a much easier time using her Q and W to deal extra damage, because there's extra tentacles there. This is a very complicated ability. Right, all I wanted was every third auto attack does max health damage, but apparently they're trying something new, which I ain't even mad about. Now let's move on to that damn ultimate, because if this is just her passive and abilities, her ultimate is gonna be, ooh, and I thought Vel'Koz was bad. The ultimate is Leap of Faith. and Illaoi leaps into the air before slamming her idol into the ground. Her idol? Probably Refresco. Damaging all nearby enemies and summoning a tentacle for every enemy champion hit. If you use this in a team fight and hit everyone, that's going to be awesome. Harsh Lesson's cooldown is significantly reduced while Leap of Faith is active. What was Harsh Lesson, guys? Harsh Lesson is the W. Okay, your ultimate. You jump up into the air. You slam dunk the ground. Every enemy champion that is in the radius and gets hit will spawn a tentacle. So if you hit 1, you get 1 tentacle. If you hit 5, you get 5 tentacles. That's math. I love math. And the tentacles, obviously, the more tentacles you have, the easier it is to use your other abilities, as you can see. And then it reduces the cooldown of W. It just reduces the cooldown of W. I'm not sure why, but then, you know, W is what charges your next basic attack, and then you auto attack, and then the tentacles come down like the Generation X. So pretty much gonna be doing a lot of tentacle damage. So synergizes really well with your ultimate. But there is the kit of Illaoi. Repeat after me. Illaoi, the Kraken priestess who had butt sex with Davy Jones. Pirates of the Caribbean. Love that movie. So if you enjoyed this video, leave it with a like. Subscribe for more because trust me, Illaoi is about to come onto the PvE servers, and I'm going to be posting gameplays all night. Illaoi top, mid, jungle, support, AD carry, showing off her in-game, showing her skin. So just click that subscribe button and bring it in. Thank you. I'll see you in the PvE with the gameplays. It's going to be awesome. I am pumped.